I'm going to start the November 20th City Council meeting. If you would, let's have a prayer. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Pray that you'd watch over the business that we conduct. We lift up to you Fran Knoll, as he's in surgery or just out of surgery. Pray with you to be with him, give him strength, and be with the family. Also pray that you'd be with Ron Ellis as he's traveling and keep him safe. Continue to bless Jeffersonville and protect those that are protecting our citizens. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to make everybody aware that our president, Lisa Gill, she's out with at the hospital with her family member, and so that's why she's unable to be here. And I know that Councilperson Ellis is traveling, and I'm not aware of Councilperson Owen. He may come, or he may. Okay, so Councilperson Owen will be here shortly.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson White.
Present.
Councilperson Zastavnik.
Here.
Councilperson Yon.
Present.
Councilperson Maples.
Here.
Councilperson Hawkins.
Here.
Council Vice President Samuel.
Here.
Let the record reflect 6 council members present.
Thank you. We have the minutes for the November 6th meeting. Can I get a motion for approval?
So moved.
A motion by Jan, second by Maples. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We have 2 changes to the agenda that I'm aware of. Number 10 and number 11 need to be tabled because of an issue with publication. It did not happen. So we're going to move the public hearing to December 4th for those appropriations. Are there any other changes that need to be made? Can I get a motion to approve the agenda with changes?
So moved.
Second. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We have claims, the general claims first.
We have a total claims, excuse me, tonight for the general claims are $3,167,183.75.
Any?
I have one real quick.
Okay.
It's included in here under the council, but it's a claim for $10,557, and that's from Travelers. And I want to tell you a little bit what that is for. You know, we had paid off our quarterly statement to where we weren't to receive another bill till January. But what this one is for is the automotive insurance. I think there was some new vehicles purchased, so that was $10,557. And then we also had a final audit for our automobile. And then we had 3 new vehicles that we put on, which were $72 and $40 a piece. But yet we got a credit too. They revised our audit for workman comp for the $4,490, and also the Indiana second insurance fund charge that we have to pay, surcharge. We had a credit of $32 for that. So the total of it is $10,557, and so it is included in here, but I wanted to give you all an update on that.
Thank you. Vicki. Any other questions? Can I get a motion for the general claims?
Motion approved.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have parks claims this evening for $43,614.04.
Any questions? Welcome. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record reflect Councilperson Owen is present. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're back up, I think, Heather.
No, report of the clerk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Report of the
That's
clerk.
okay. One real quick thing. We have collected since, what was it, June, when we really started collecting for the traffic tickets, not the ordinance violation, traffic tickets. We're at a total of close to $32,000. So that's pretty good for the first 6 months. Just wanted to give you an
Thank you.
update on that.
Appreciate that. Okay, Heather? Ordinance transferring certain funds within the department.
The only change from the last meeting was on the third one for the safety, is going into safety supplies rather than equipment, I believe it was originally. You all had made a motion at the last meeting to amend the ordinance.
Okay.
We've already had a public hearing?
This is a transfer.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we just need one reading on the final reading on
Third
this one,
reading,
correct?
yes.
Okay. Any questions for Heather?
Motion to pass 2017 OR 75 on the third and final reading?
Second?
Okay. Got a motion and a second for final reading. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, jumping down to new business, Mr. Merkley?
This is a rezoning that comes to the council with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. The request is to amend the Jeffersonville Town Center PUD ordinance. I believe we have a representative from the Jeffersonville Town Center. There are just some minor changes or modifications that they're wanting to make. There's nothing significant.
Abigail Farjan Riley from Applegate Pfeiffer Pulliam. We were here last month at the Plan Commission to seek the same approval on which they've given the favorable recommendation. Effectively, the only substantive change we're making is the addition of some subdivision control language. I think you have a copy of it in front of you, and it should be in the language that's on the screen right now. But effectively, we just want to finalize the development standards language and put it of record, and we want to be able to certify that both the Plan Commission and the City Council have signed off on this minor revision to the language. And this is the way that we've been guided by Mr. Merkley to go about it. Does anyone have any questions that I can answer?
Councilperson White, you were part of this. Is everything good with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Was
it a unanimous vote in planning?
We have to do a public hearing.
It was.
I'd like to open a public hearing. Anybody here to speak for or against this? I'd like to close the public hearing.
Motion to approve 17 OR 78.
Second?
Got a motion and a second to approve 2017 OR 78. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you. Okay, we have before us an elected official salary ordinance, and it modifies the mayor's and the clerk's position. Does not change city council's position, if I am correct on that. I would just make one comment that, and then I'll let other people make whatever comments they wish if they choose. That I know, and for example, in the clerk's office, they've had taken on additional responsibilities with bringing in and handling the money when we close the court. So we appreciate that and appreciate the report earlier, Ms. Conlon, on the monies that you brought in. And then I know that with all the additional happenings within the city, we just want to make sure that our chief administrator or the mayor's salary is in line and appropriate with other municipalities. And and where we'll be able to continue to get good qualified applicants to run for office. So those are my comments. And anybody have any more comments before we act on it? Okay. We have a number, Vic? 79. Is there a motion?
Well, I'll move to, since everybody else has forgotten what we're doing, I'll move to pass OR, 2017 OR 79, and I guess on the first and second.
First and second reading. So got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve 2017 OR 79 on the first and second reading. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Okay. Heather?
We have new transfers tonight for the animal shelter and the safety department.
Make a motion to approve 17 OR 80 on the first and second.
Second?
Got a motion to approve 2017 OR 80 on the first and second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Thank you. Mr. Wilder, any comments?
I have not.
So noted. See, any department heads have any comments? No? Any public comment, Mr. Merkley?
Yeah, I think that was... Yes. Yep. You have no public comment.
No public comment.
Everybody saw there was a president tonight. Nobody was
Okay, okay, I like it. Okay. We'll move to council comment. We'll start with Councilperson White.
No comment.
Person Z.
No comment?
I, of course, always have two things.
Okay.
I always like to point out the holidays, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And also happy Black Friday for those that celebrate Black Friday. My other thing is that we approved the claim for the Spring Street funding tonight, which I just wanted to recognize again. I think that's a fantastic effort. I'm looking forward to seeing that design once it's completed and see the first portion of that project, which is the Claysburg area, to begin construction. So just ceremoniously wanted to give a recognition to that. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilperson Hawkins. Councilperson Hawkins.
Quickly, Vicki, and I meant to catch it, but somebody was so efficient and fast about your comments that you made on, or how much we've collected in 6 months. Is that 32,000 number, that seems to me as if that's a lot more than we thought we were going to. Was there kind of an estimate on what you thought that number would look like after 6 months? Before, 6 months ago, did you have an idea, and what's that look like?
I did not, and that's everything collected that goes into the perpetual fund, the state funds and all that. I think the total for the general fund is over 20,000 right now. And that, there's different things that are broken out to answer your question. Yeah, I did not think it would be at that amount. I thought it would be even slower starting. So, it shows that our police officers are out there enforcing the ordinances and that people are coming in and it's pre-trial, or the date with the attorneys very, very busy. That's once a month, and there's been times we've had as many as 30 people there, but yes, to answer your question, yes, I was kind of surprised that it went that quick in 6 months.
And that's it. That's all.
Okay. Councilperson Owen.
Kind of to piggyback off Councilperson Hawkins, the Ordinance Violations Bureau seems to be going really well, and I want to thank the clerk's office for that. It reinforces the fact that closing down the court wasn't as devastating as some would have led us to believe when we were going through that process, and I think your staff has a lot to do with that success. I want to remind the council that I mentioned at our last meeting that Clark County Cares had reached out and wanted to approach us about helping with their week of action that they've got coming up in January. I think they want to come see us at our next meeting. I have to reach out to confirm that, but I think they're going to come and just kind of explain again what they plan on doing, what they've done in the past, and maybe ask for some assistance. And then also communities and schools reached out again to reinforce that, they had come and presented before and asked if we might consider them as well. When we look at what we have left over in the council's funds. The only other thing I sent out, we were emailing back and forth some dates, and I sent out a doodle poll for the council to have dinner for the holidays, just to celebrate. It looks like December 18th is a good date for a majority of folks. Mr. Wilder, is that right?
That's correct. Dustin and I will have to go out alone.
Oh, Dustin wasn't going to make that one. You did.
We have to take a witness to the microphone, make sure everybody's
Dustin didn't reply to the doodle.
Could do it on the 18th.
Larry had brought a paper version today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very, very.
Which I think also had the same.
We don't have a meeting later?
We do.
Do.
We can go out. We don't know, but I'm flexible.
Okay.
We go out to the
We'll plan for the 18th then if nobody has a direct conflict.
We may be able to go.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and line you up for that day, and
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody can make it out for Light Up Jeff on Saturday. We're going to parade down Spring Street from Riverside Drive starting at 6, and Light Up Jeff will be back in Warder Park this year. Kick off those festivities will be after the parade at 6:30. Everyone is certainly welcome to join us.
Mr. President, one more thing. As you all have noticed, I know I sent you all an email, but I want to thank Larry Wallace and the gentleman from Alpha. They fixed the problem back here, and it's much quieter. What had happened is when they changed the filter, the prior person had knocked off the plate that goes back onto it, so they had to secure it back on. And there was also these metal strips in between here was rubbing against it, so the gentleman fixed it. So as you can see, it's much more quieter.
Okay. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Wilder, his recent marriage. I wish you many years of happiness.
I don't have many years left, so.
I hope they're all happy, however long. With that, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. All right, we're adjourned.